This is a cover song. The loved ones have been off for a while. We just have done a couple little tours, so I decided to do all these solo shows, and it's kind of funny. Like this, a year ago, I would have never thought I'd be playing with like ping pong games and screen printing in the same show, you know. But I went to Canada on this last-minute tour, and there was actually an even stranger event that I played up there in Edmonton. And I walked in. So I was on tour with this other guy from Canada. We walked in to this giant auditorium, and there was a harpist as the opener, you know, this amazing harpist. Wow, this is cool. Maybe it'll just be different music. And then it was followed by a movie. They played this little short film. That was kind of weird. I was watching the film, and the main character, like 3/4 of the way in, begins to masturbate on the film. So I'm like, whoa, this is getting weird. So I said, I better go get my guitar, and I walked in, and there was a troupe of dancers, like young female dancers, like getting changed in the backstage area to do a dance. It's like, oh man, this is getting weirder and weirder. Next thing you know, they do their little dance, and they get done, and then there's a puppet show, a giant puppet show. So it just got, I mean, on and on and on. There was about 9 or 10 different peculiar acts going on. So really, this is like sort of a piece of cake. Like I didn't know what to make of that Edmonton show. I literally went onto the stage and said, I don't know how I ended up here or what I'm doing here. It was all Edmonton artists. You know, I'm like, not only am I not from Canada or Edmonton, I'm from Philadelphia, and I don't know what's going on with these puppet shows. Or there was like monologues and everything else. So in any case, I kind of like playing these weird events because it's like, you know, different types of artists happening like all around you, instead of just like a rock band and then another rock band with 4 dudes and tattoos. It gets kind of old. So it's nice to play things like this. Alright, so